Hello everyone and welcome back. It's been quite a while since I made a video. Today I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about my experience with getting COVID, how that went. As somebody with POTS, I know a lot of us who have dysautonomia and POTS wonder, like if we get COVID, how is it going to make our POTS symptoms? Is it going to be so much worse for us than the average person who doesn't have POTS? So I just kind of wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about it. So I believe it was between 2 and 3, I think 2 weeks ago that I got COVID, between 2 and 3. And I will just talk to you guys about how it played out with me. Firstly, I felt like a weird, scratchy, slightly sore throat, but mainly just like this weirdness, scratchiness in my throat. And I was like, oh great, I hope I'm not getting sick, because my in-laws were sick at the time, quite sick, and I was suspicious that they both had COVID, and they come over. It used to be just my mother-in-law that came over. Now he's been coming over too, and I was worried that they had COVID, but they couldn't get access to testing. But anyways, I started off with that scratchy throat, and then that night I had the chills. My body had the chills, the aches. I just knew that I was getting sick, and it was pretty bad. My daughter actually she had fever and vomiting for a full day, and she had COVID as well, but those were her only two symptoms, was fever and vomiting. My symptoms were the chills and the body aches. They were awful. I even had like cold sweats in the night, and those lasted for like 4 days, maybe 5. It was like it would not go away. By like day 2, I had severe congestion, and my whole face, my jaw, everything hurt so bad. I'm talking like level 8 pain. I don't know if it's because I was so congested, worse than I've ever been in my life, or you have to keep your mouth open to breathe, mouth breather. I don't know if that's why my jaw and teeth, it just felt like one giant toothache in my whole like face. Hurt so bad. That lasted a couple of days, and it kept me awake like all night. That's how painful it was. And the congestion was just, like I said, the worst I've ever had. I hate not being able to breathe through my nose, so it was misery. I always felt like I had a fever because I had, the chills and the aches, but every time I would check my temperature, it would actually be on the low side, like 96. So I found that kind of odd. But apparently you can have aches and chills and not have a fever. So that's how it was for me. I never had a documented fever. I mean, maybe like in the middle of the night I had one and didn't know it. But so my symptoms lasted about a week. I would say 6 to 7 days. And as far as my POTS goes, I feel like maybe it played a role in making me feel worse than the average person who had been vaccinated, but I can't really say for sure. I mean, there's really no way to know. Other than maybe like one day, I didn't really feel like my POTS was worse than it normally would be in a general flare-up. And something odd that happened like a day after my symptoms pretty much subsided. I had a day where I didn't even feel like I had POTS. I've never felt that since getting sick over 2 years ago. I didn't feel my heart was racing. I didn't feel fatigued. I just felt normal. And I didn't even tell my husband. I didn't say it out loud. I was like, I'm not saying this out loud. Like, I don't know why. But funny thing is, I thought, when I got COVID, I was like, yes. Not really. I didn't say yes. That sounds horrible. I was like, well, maybe since I got POTS from a virus, that this virus will do something crazy and reverse the POTS. Am I weird? Has anyone else had these thoughts? Anyways, it has not reversed my POTS as of yet. Weirder things have happened, so I'm hopeful. But in all seriousness, my COVID experience was awful, but I know a lot of people have it much worse than I did. I didn't ever have any trouble breathing. Oh, one thing that I did have was like a weird feeling in my chest, almost like a burning / pain. I can't explain it, but I did have that along with my other symptoms. Just took Tylenol and ibuprofen for the body aches and chills and the facial pain. That was so weird. I had that actually the last time I was sick as well. I've never experienced it before. Let me know if any of you guys, when you get sick, get that pain in your jaw and your face. Anyways, what else did I want to mention? I think that's pretty much it. My daughter got it, like I said, for one day, and my husband got it as well, but his was very mild, more just like a cold. He did have some body aches and chills a little bit, but he got over it rather quickly and bounced back. My eldest daughter and my son, who's 3, they didn't get it, and I don't know how because they're the two who, if anyone's going to get sick in the house, they are the ones to get it. So we were really surprised but very thankful that they have yet to get COVID. It's going around a lot where we live, and so it kind of feels like it's just a matter of time, especially since my 2 daughters attend public school. But yeah, I am feeling a little extra fatigue, I feel like, from COVID, but it's again hard to say when you have a chronic illness that manifests as fatigue a lot. So it's just kind of a guessing game, but I have felt extra tired. Hopefully I can continue to just do what I've been trying to do to feel better every day. Before I got sick, I was back at doing my recumbent bike, and that was going really well, and I feel like it really helps. And another thing, or back to the exercise thing, I know a lot of people feel like they have to, and they do have to, build up, even if it's 30 seconds of on the recumbent bike, do that if you can. Even if it's 1 minute, 5 minutes. I started off, I did 10 minutes one day, and then the next day I was able to do 20 and then 30. And now, even if I miss a couple days, I'm able to usually do about 30 minutes on it. But you can go as slow as you need as long as you're getting that movement in. It's really important. It helps also with like the adrenaline surges if you're doing exercise, not too much, but kind of find that sweet spot. And also I've been practicing deep breathing. I had a reminder on my phone, which I need to reset, but for every 3 hours I would remind myself, do deep breathing. And so you breathe into your stomach, for like 5 seconds, hold it for 3 and out for 4 or 5. And I do about 5 of those breaths, and it really helps to ground me. For whatever reason, it helps me feel better. It helps with anxiety. There's a lot of studies on how deep breathing can help, and it helps to helps with your central nervous system, and helps regulate it, and helps with your heartbeat, and just all sorts of good things. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to a new therapist. I still have my other one who is amazing, but there's a new one in town who actually does medication management. And I have a whole nother video to talk about something along medication. But I go to see her today. We actually did a gene testing situation where they take a swab out of your cheek. They don't take a swab out of your cheek. They take a sample from your cheek with a swab. But anyways, it's a gene testing if you haven't heard of it, and it helps you, helps guide you in your decision making with your medication choices, because it tells you kind of like how your body will metabolize a certain medication. So not only maybe if your body can tolerate a certain medication, but also how it metabolizes, thus helping the provider know what kind of dosage to start you at. But it's kind of, whoa, yikes-a-bee, hold on. My stand for my phone with the light is so psycho lately. It will not, I have dropped it like 20 times, but I mean, come on, it should still be fully functioning. I'm trying to get it to set up where it won't fall. Nobody move. Okay, I'm scared to breathe. What was I talking about? Oh, the gene thing. Apparently my results are back, so we're gonna go over that today and whatever other therapy. The thing I was gonna say is take it with a grain of salt, because my other therapist has said while it can be a good guide and helpful for a lot of people, it might tell you that a certain medication wouldn't be good for you, but she's seen where it has said that, and yet this medication does wonders for someone. So it's kind of iffy, but we'll see. I'm excited to see my results. Also, I am starting EMDR therapy. I don't know if we're starting it today at all, probably not, but probably next week for sure. And if you don't know what that is, I'll try to provide a link in the description box about EMDR therapy. It has great data for helping people who have suffered from PTSD, trauma, all sorts of things. So I'm really excited to try this new therapy. I've said it a million times. My mental health, I feel like, is actually, I feel like it's more important than my physical health, honestly. If I can get a handle on it and work through a lot of the things that I'm dealing with, not only from my childhood, but new things that have been brought on by the pandemic or from my chronic illness, I feel like I'll do a lot better. So between medication management and therapy, I'm looking forward to the future, and I'm hopeful. So that's where I'm at. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Sorry if it's a little bit rambly. It's been a while and I'm very awkward on the camera, I'm sure you know. I will talk to you guys later. Man, I'm weird. Bye.